so he's crawling really quickly and he's standing up. Like anytime he can get around an ottoman or a couch or whatever else, he stands up. He loves it. And it's like all he wants to do is stand up. And so on Wednesday afternoon, I was actually getting ready to go for a ride. I had my mate Bossy over. We're in the garage. We're lycra'd up. Got the shoes on.
Bossy, get the logo on everything.
Yeah.
The boss man?
Yeah, boss man.
Yeah.
And we actually rode up the street, and then he had a problem with his pedals, so we had to turn back and come back into the garage. And thank God we did, because in the time we were in the garage, in that minute, I heard screaming from the house.
What was the screaming?
Rafa first, and then Amber. And Amber was clearly, like, I've never heard her like it. Like there was a panic. And so I'm run down. It's funny the things that you remember. I remember running down the tiled stairs in my cycling shoes thinking, I'm going to stack it here. But I'm flying down.
It's a wonder you didn't.
Yeah. And I got into the kitchen and she was holding Raph. There's blood everywhere. She's covered in blood. He's covered in blood.
Wow.
What?
He's screaming. And she's like panicked going, you've got to call an ambulance. He's chopped his finger off.
Oh. Well, that's what she said. He's chopped his finger off. Oh, my God.
And so...
that's the text we got.
Right.
Rafa's somehow his finger's been chopped off and he's been rushed to hospital. Kip's no good.
So there's a MacBook, the computer, the laptop sitting on the kitchen bench, and Amber had plugged it in there to charge. It had just run out of batteries. And he had... everyone always says it happens in a second. Well, she put him down, turned around to put on the kettle, and then heard a scream. Looked back, and he'd already got over to the cord, grabbed the cord, and pulled it down.
The cord.
Pulled it down on himself.
What severed his finger?
The MacBook. It hit it. Because they're aluminium and sharp.
It's fallen off the counter and
fallen
it
off
just
off the kitchen bench.
Boom,
the lid
hit the finger.
It was closed. It was closed. I don't know how.
Jeez,
we don't know how
to do that.
Jeez, we were just talking about this last week as well. Babies pulling things on themselves.
Yeah. Well, we had actually we literally said the day before, we've got to stop using that PowerPoint from now on, because he's starting to reach for it. He hadn't got to it yet, but he was starting to reach for it. So we said we've got to stop using that PowerPoint. And so Amber was holding his finger on. It wasn't gone. It was dangling.
Which finger?
His little finger.
Everyone's asking me that.
His pinky on his right. It was just the last sort of
Which
knuckle.
one's the pinky's little one?
Little one.
On his left or right?
Right.
Is he right-handed, do you know?
We think he might be a lefty because he uses them both a lot. So called the ambulance. They were so good. They were at our house in 5 minutes. Makes you so happy to be Australian and living in Brisbane. They were so quick. It was actually the TV Ambo guys, the ones on that.
The ones that had in your interview.
Was it really?
Not the ones that came in here. But
really?
It's the two I've
Was
seen
the
on the
cameras
show.
there?
Yeah.
Did they
no
film
cameras.
it?
No cameras. But they were so quick to calm the situation.
Would have been good cross promo if you could have had.
Would have been
next time. Yeah,
would have been excellent.
Yeah.
But they calmed the situation instantly and sort of said, okay, we'll give him some Nurofen and whatever
What, a
else.
tablet?
They had a look. No, there's like a liquid.
Oh, I'm just curious how quickly it happens.
And they just sort of. They calmed Amber down, which was half of calming Raffy down, because he was feeding off her energy, and they got and off they went to the children's hospital.
So what did you do? Did you follow?
They said to me, wait.
They went for a ride.
Wait for an hour. I got my ride.
Go on, boss man.
Did you follow on your bike or did you?
A slipstream.
Bossy gave
an
escort
today, Bossy.
Did you get out of your lycra?
Stick with the ambulance.
I did get out of my lycra. I was like, oh, okay, because they said you're probably going to be there overnight, depending on what happens, and so I went and packed a few things for him, nappies and stuff, and packed stuff. Got out of my cycling gear. Bossy cleaned up the blood. Thank God he was there.
Good.
Cleaned up all that. And then we spent the night at emergency, like they put us in a room, but a plastic surgeon came the next morning. First thing in the morning, plastic surgeon came, reattached.
Wow.
Where was it cut off? Where was it?
It was just like it was the last knuckle, and they thought. And the risk is still that his nail may never grow back, but they're pretty confident.
Live with that.
Yeah, and they're pretty confident that it's going to be fine. And he is just like he's fine. He's got it all bandaged up.
So they reattached it and they stitch it up when it's that small. Look, that's
they stitch.
Micro work, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
It's tiny, and they said fingers that because he's so young, it's almost like it's not bone, it's cartilage, and sort of things just sort of grow back.
Oh, really?
Do they just stitch the outside and the middle bits just grow themselves?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, how long did the operation take?
Yeah.
About 40 minutes. 40 minutes to an hour.
And do they put him under for the operation?
Yeah, they were happy just to gas him, though, not full anaesthesia.
Wow.
Because they're a bit scared about, that with babies. But yeah, he came out really, really well. He was drowsy for the rest of the day, but we were home on Thursday afternoon, and he's just taken to it like he just doesn't have a hand anymore on his right hand, and he's fine with it.
It's just all
thank God.
Up, obviously.
Yeah, it's just all bandaged, and he's happy as can be.
Probably freaked you and Amber out the most.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And because you weren't there, is there a part of you like, oh, God, I'd go for 5 minutes.
No.
Can't even look after him.
I'm so glad it didn't happen on my watch.
It was on her watch.
I mean, how's Amber?
I'm sure you're saying it's no one's fault, but deep down, you know that you have a little bit of